Time for Ann Coulter. Ann, are you declaring independence from the NFL? Are you done with them?
I really hope this is the final death knell for the NFL. I've never been a huge fan myself, so I've gone to games and always watched the Super Bowl. But I have a lot of friends who were football players in college, particularly, who religiously watch it. And it was already sort of falling into disfavor, mainly with the Colin Kaepernick thing, and a little bit because of everything coming out about, especially in particular positions, the increase in Alzheimer's among the players. So the college players, I know some of them have totally boycotted it because of that, because their friends, are heading in at age in their 40s or getting Alzheimer's, and they said, I just can't stand to watch this, knowing what the damage that's being done. Still, it's a very manly sport and the closest thing to war, but it's not like football is something. It's not like our Columbus statues, not something that's been around forever. If you go back, this is off the top of my head, but you can look it up, but like 100 years, I think the three big sports, we think of them as football, baseball, basketball. Well, 100 years ago, I think it was like boxing. There was another weird one, like crew, but they were completely different sports. There's no reason that professional football has to be around. So, unfortunately for a lot of strong black men, this was a beautiful path to celebrity and multimillionaire status. But I think Colin Kaepernick and Roger Goodell may have killed it for them.
But you're right that this has been. I remember when the feminists were trying to kill football by saying that men who watch football were more likely to beat up on their girlfriends or wives.
That was preposterous.
Yes, it was. But you're right. Listen, what's funny to me though, this whole idea of the Black National Anthem, lift every voice and sing. If they start singing this, I want high schools to start singing it because, Ann, it's a gospel song that praises God. What will the ACLU do about this if high school football teams start singing it?
Oh, I admit you have just given me a fact I do not know. That changes my perspective entirely. However, they're also going to be wearing Black Lives Matter stickers on their helmets.
Yeah, and they might get a rewrite anyway. Yeah, so we'll see. They'll have to change the name God to Obama or something, and then everything will be fine.
You're probably right, but if they keep God, then I'm sorry, I was mistaken. I take back everything I said.
Your latest column is great. I mean, it's so wonderful in terms of what the mayor of Seattle has done when she finally drew the line on Antifa and the summer of love that was taking place in her streets. As you say, they're all peaceful protesters until they come near you. What was it that drove the mayor of Seattle over the edge? That they started coming after her house?
Yes, and I was thinking, I wonder what Heather McDonald and Charles Murray and Milo are they
Ben Shapiro and you for that matter.
Just a tiny little enjoyment watching these reporters scared out of their minds in the street, being trapped in lobbies, chased, punched. Okay, now you know what it's like giving a speech on a college campus in America, and I hold nuts like that mayor of Seattle in the least contempt. The ones I don't expect much more from Democrats. No, it's the conservative media, allegedly R1 cable news station, the Republicans in Congress, the big bad man in the White House. They have not lifted a finger as this has gotten worse and worse and worse. And Antifa was never, ever punished, has never had to pay a price. To the contrary, they were praised by the likes of Senator Marco Rubio and Senator Mitt Romney, praised for opposing anti-fascism as they smash cars and beat up Trump inauguration attendees. This has been getting worse and worse, hotspot after hotspot. And basically, with the conservative media, you have people who aren't as funny, as smart, and as popular as Gavin McInnes and Milo Yiannopoulos, and they were just so happy to see their more popular competitors pushed down. Go ahead, cancel them. That'll lift me up. It's a very unfortunate emotion in many people. In fact, you're seeing it writ large with Black Lives Matter. It's not like they're getting anything out of tearing down statues and getting people to say white lives don't matter. Wouldn't you care more about getting better paying jobs? Isn't there a different present you'd like? But no, there is this deep impulse in the human soul that if I push down my competitor, I will rise up. Usually doesn't work that way, so a lot of conservatives stood by as, like I say, the very popular and very funny Gavin McInnes, Proud Boys, Milo Yiannopoulos, Heather McDonald and Charles Murray, and different kinds of popularity and things they're doing. But we're conservatives defending these people.
Yeah.
No. They just sit back in their little bow ties saying, I'm a constitutional conservative. They'll never come after me. Well, they're coming after you.
Well, to be fair, I do remember finally Bill Kristol and the team over at Weekly Standard, they finally got their dander up about this when Charles Murray was canceled on a college campus. But yes, it's fair enough to sit around and say, where in the hell were you with Heather McDonald? As you say, where in the hell were you with Ann Coulter or Ben Shapiro?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
And more Milo Yiannopoulos, yes.
Funny.
He is. He's outrageous.
And there's a conservative blog I'm sure all your listeners go to, not Breitbart, that was calling the Proud Boys. I only found this out because I emailed Gavin, I emailed Milo, and I said, did any prominent conservatives defend you? Oh, and did I get an earful about how they were left to the wolves. One website in particular decided to start labeling the Proud Boys, who have defended me all over this country, multiracial group of patriotic men who don't mind a good scrap, not so much protected me, but protected the people coming to see me when Antifa would come out. Alleged conservative website labeled Proud Boys white nationalists.
Wow.
So when the cancelers come for them, at least a few of us are going to be sitting back, not really minding.
Ann Coulter, you enjoy your Independence Day tomorrow.
We will make America great again.